NBC News just threw a wrench into the Trump administration's reporting on the shooting at an ICE facility in Texas, and attempts to blame the shooting on the radical left are already falling apart. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. This is a breaking story. Earlier today, a gunman fired shots at an ICE facility in Texas, and already the FBI has tried to blame the motive for the shooting on anti-ICE sentiment. Here's a brief rundown.
We begin with breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where there has been a shooting at an ICE facility. A number of people have died. KTLA's Omar Lewis has the latest from the news center. Omar, what's the latest?
Well, Frank, I can tell you Dallas police say a sniper with a rifle opened fire at a government building from an adjacent structure. By the time it was all over, 3 detainees were shot. 2 are now confirmed dead, and that suspect has been confirmed to have taken his own life. We can take you to the video this morning and tell you that this all started just before 5 a.m. our time here. Police identified that shooter as a man who died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound as agents closed in. All 3 people shot were detainees at this facility here, and no ICE agents were shot or hurt in all of this. 2 victims were rushed to a local hospital where officials say 1 detainee now remains in critical condition. A 3rd victim died at the scene. A 2nd victim died at the hospital. We know the FBI is now on site, and a nearby highway was shut down in both directions as this investigation unfolded. A formal police briefing is expected at any moment now. We'll show you those pictures in just a moment, but want to let you listen in to Todd Lyons, who spoke on CNN just moments ago. He's the acting director here for ICE. Take a listen.
We do know that 3 have definitely been shot. They're en route to the hospital right now. We had great support from locals on the ground that are helping us look for the active shooter. And like I said, right before I just walked on set, I got word that the shooter is down from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Want to show you this tweet as well from Christy Nome saying there was a shooting this morning at the Dallas ICE government field office. Details are still emerging, but we can confirm there were multiple injuries and fatalities. The shooter is deceased by a self-inflicted gunshot wound. While we don't know a motive yet, we know that our ICE law enforcement is facing unprecedented violence against them. It must stop. Please pray for the victims and their families. Want to show you those live pictures from Dallas where any moment now we are expecting an update from officials there. Of course, we will bring this to you live as soon as it begins. Also worth noting that this is now the 3rd time an ICE or Border Patrol facility in Texas has come under fire this year alone, following attacks in Fort Worth and McAllen earlier this summer.
Subsequent to the report you just saw, law enforcement officials have revealed that the gunman in question was Joshua John. Further reporting by NBC News reveals that John had a previous arrest for drug charges and was registered as an independent voter. Keep that in mind as we move forward. Though earlier reports suggested law enforcement officials were hit in the attack and that John scrawled anti-ICE messages on his bullet casings, more recent reporting has revealed that John was actually targeting ICE detainees. This already discredits the assertion by Trump's FBI that the shooting was politically motivated against ICE, or at the very least, suggests there is more to the story. And now the brother of Joshua John has come forward to further cast doubt on the notion of any political motive. NBC News actually identified Joshua John before the shooter's name was released to the public by law enforcement. Furthermore, the NBC News team spoke with Noah John, Joshua's older brother. In their brief exchange, Noah John also revealed that his brother was not politically invested and in fact had not expressed any anti-ICE views to him in the past. John said, quote, "He didn't have strong feelings about ICE as far as I knew. I didn't think he was politically interested. He wasn't interested in politics on either side as far as I know," close quote. Noah John further revealed that the siblings grew up in Texas and that Joshua John did know how to use a rifle. Joshua John was also out of work and planning to move in with his parents in Oklahoma. So, what do we have here? At the time of this report, there is no evidence beyond the vague suggestions of writing on bullets that Joshua John had any political motive for attacking the ICE facility. Furthermore, I would also point out that the announcement of the anti-ICE messages also echoes an early development in the shooting of Charlie Kirk, when the FBI circulated a memo to law enforcement saying that Dylan Robinson, the alleged murderer of Kirk, had written pro-transgender messages on his bullets. That was later revealed to be false. In other words, at the time of this report, It's not clear what motivated Joshua John to carry out this attack. It's not clear what anti-ICE messages, if any, appear on his bullets. And the shooting does not seem politically motivated by the radical left, whatever that even means. But you know what we do know? John was yet another single, young, unemployed, isolated white man. He grew up participating in the Boy Scouts, according to his brother. He was trained in firearms. And given that he once worked as a computer coder, what do you want to bet that he was an active user of social media? My beautiful viewers, the real pattern to all this violence is staring us all in the face. These mass shootings and assassinations are not driven by leftist ideology. They are carried out by isolated, disaffected young men who spend huge amounts of time online and have early exposure to guns. This is not a political crisis, it's a mental health crisis. And if Donald Trump, or for that matter, anyone in Washington, wants to end this, he should call for renewed focus on mental health treatment, not using these tragedies to attack political rivals. Thus, the crisis in this country continues, with the Trump administration already set to demagogue. We'll keep you updated on this breaking story as it continues to develop. I'm David Reddish.